been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason.
Peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and the high vibrating species on the planet. What it is, what it do, good people. Come on in. Oh yeah, we is on a run. Running on them. Tell them to keep up. We back. We back. Academy mates, I see you. Come on in. Come on in. Have a seat. Have a seat. Anthrax crab. I got you, guy. I saw the message. So here you go. So, you know what I'm saying? Class participation points go to you, sir. What, why, how? What, why, how? Let me get this over here anyway. Alright, so, we got, what? Seriously, bro, what? Seriously. Y'all see that? The mouse is there. I just moved it. I clicked the X. What the okay. If you're new, that's some of the, that's just a smidgen of the stuff that we go through over here. If you are new, that's just a smidgen of what we go through. All right, anyways, let me see. Can I move this down? All right, so we got class participation by Anthrax Class. Salute to you. We have SCP-2003, you know what I mean? Preferred option. You know what? I don't even think I want to know what the other options would be. You know what I mean? Like what other options are there? You know what they say, the pick the less of two evils. Diabolical and despicable, heinous, and I mean, you know what I mean? Like what we picking around, bro? You said preferred option. Then I don't know, to be honest with y'all, before we get started, let me click the like on that. Y'all make sure y'all get a Volgun, you know what I'm saying? The Volgun, a good like and a subscription if you haven't already. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't like the idea of these type of people having any type of control over the knowledge and the happenings of things that's just beyond the norm. It's like having, you know what I'm saying, like you placing your trust in their hands, placing your life in their hands on the things that comes on in the outside of what goes on in our inner streets and inner cities, right? And all the BS stage wars and stuff that goes on, correct? So I just don't like the idea of this, of certain groups that's out here that claims to be out here in the name of good science, and we've already determined that they don't know nothing for real. The things that they do know, they redacted a lot, and they sacrifice children, women, and other things go on. You know what I'm saying, with prisoners, some which could even actually be innocent. You know what I mean? Because of this corrupt system. So these people, I mean, I want to. It's bittersweet with me with them. I'm very much indifferent. You know what I'm saying? I do have my like of all these factions because they actually, you know what I'm saying, are, I'm not gonna say for the greater good, but they're trying to make somewhat of a difference and really study for the what can I say? Study in the name of science, but for the actual study, and to you know what I'm saying, prevent things if need be, but on a good standard, right? But that's just me. But anyway, so we got 2003 SCP. We do have numerology. That is the number 5. Let's get with that. If you were born on the 5th or any day of the month that adds up to 5, or you just resonate with the number 5, this could be you. You know, just think about it. Do some more research on it. It does go deep. Occupations, health, your mates, your partners, the cities, countries that you may live in. It really gets deep. Your address, times of the year, what's good for you, days that are good for you, crystals or anything if you're into such a thing, what's good for you. That's my dog. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. He's doing his job. The number 5 is a masculine number. It's masculine in nature. It's ruled by the planet Mercury, which we are in the Mercury retrograde, if you didn't know. It started on the 9th, and I think it's going to the 28th this month. So don't make any big plans. Don't make any big moves. Just sit back, chill, reflect, finish some things that you've probably already got started. You don't want to do anything new. Your decisions may be a little bit rash. And watch out for the other people that's not aware of these type of energies that just knocks them completely off their equilibrium, and they're all over the place. Drivers, traffic, extra things going wrong, your keys flying all over the place when you know you didn't even put that much energy into it. Just extra. You know what I'm saying? Retrograde tends to be a little extra, but it's all for the good though. You know what I'm saying? You sit your ass down and reflect and get yourself together, gather your thoughts. This is the time to do that. So it is the Mercury retrograde. Nothing to fear. It's just understand the energies will be a little bit more against you than the norm, and don't do anything extra. You'll regret it. All right. So, anyways, moving on. So we got the planet Mercury. It represents the Gemini in the 3rd house and the Virgo in the 6th house. Again, when we get deeper into it, you know what I'm saying, I'll run y'all through the houses, you know what I'm saying, let y'all know what those are all about. If you don't, like I said, do your own due diligence, do your own research. These are just quick, click, and you're there to just get a basis of what you're dealing with, right? All right, so we got the positives and the negatives. We're going to run through a couple occupations and some tidbits. So let's do the positives. We got clever, adaptable, versatile, energetic, literary, expressive, curious, daring, spontaneous, freedom-loving, quick reflexes, crisis oriented, enthusiastic, loves excitement and travel. The number 5, I do resonate with it. It's actually in I think a part of my name. So yeah, 5 letters. So I definitely resonate with the number 5. The negative is excessive, irritable, careless, vulgar, callous, self-indulgent in relations to sex, drugs, and drink, alcohol, lack of discipline, inconsistency, nervous, abusive, and lacks direction. All right, so you're dealing with the negatives, a lot of lack and a lot of extra. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, you're in the retrograde. So if you got the 5 popping up, check your energy, check yourself, see where you at, see what you got going on. Make sure it's not you. If it isn't, then take the necessary steps to get your energy right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe need to get away from whoever you're around or the area that you're in. All right. So the occupations here, SCP Foundation. Let's just go with. We got the scientists here. We got crisis teams. We know they got a couple teams. We got personnel interviewers. We know they got those. Let's see what else. But then again, we got a salesperson, a reporter, communications expert, the detective. We got public relations. You know, they do a lot of that too. Pilots, writers, magicians, gamblers, instructors, stockbrokers. We got import, export, race car drivers, and good on emergency or crisis teams. All right. Let's see some tidbits. Let's get some tidbits, y'all. So we got the rulership over high places, public schools, highways, playgrounds, post office, shopping malls, trade and science buildings, labs, plants, communication centers, places of commerce, racetracks of all kinds, centers of all general public activity. So you already know these suckers are blending in. They're everywhere that there can be a place, except for certain places that they know they can't go. Light and mixed colors are usually associated with the number 5. And the number 5 is best at both day and night. All right. So again, if you're new, this is what we're doing. Looking for the negatives, looking for the positives, or anything that sticks out. We have proven numerology over here, so we don't want to hear it. The science works, and through this, we've been able to discover a lot of things about these SCPs that was hidden, that was not given to us upon, you know what I'm saying, watching the vid. So, Academates, to you. I hope you have what you need, because I do. And without further ado, we're going to get to what it is that we do. If you new, slide the chair up right here. I hope you got your notes with you. Let's get her bustin'. busting and stuff.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-2003.
Oh yeah?
Object Class, Thaumiel. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2003 is contained at Armed Site 47.
Hey, that's like a dang. Hey, that's like a bulldog RoboCop dog, right? Oh, they ain't gonna put them on the street.
A Type 4 restricted zone. In accordance with Type 4 protocols, personnel assigned to SCP-2003 research, security, and maintenance must undergo expanded background check procedures, as well as successfully pass a Hoiberg-Kozwa causality questionnaire. Access to SCP-2003 itself is limited to XN Shepherd Project participants with prior approval from the Director of Site-47. All information regarding determinative sets, elevated probability events, designated magnifier individuals, and the XN Shepherd program is classified and accessible only by the Director of Site-47, 057, and those personnel read into SCP-2003 security protocols. Observations of designated indicator data.
Hold on, I got a question. Sorry, because I was thinking about this. Is this Japanese? Kazawa? Wouldn't that be some? Doesn't that sound Japanese? Does that sound Japanese to y'all? Kazawa? Hoiberg? So this almost sounds like Russian, like a Russian Japanese, Japan. Because this definitely sounds like like it would be in Russia or Germany or something. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of trying to put, just grab a couple things here and there. But yeah, that definitely sounds Japanese, and this may be like German or Russian or something. It just sounds like it. I mean, I could be totally wrong there. You know what I mean? But
deviating significantly from determinative set XN parameters are to be reported immediately to the Director of Site-47 and treated as a Level 5 existential threat emergency response event. Description: SCP-2003 is an apparatus allowing a limited degree of travel to and from periods of time in advance of those encountered in the normal course of space-time as understood by mainstream science. SCP-2003 was designed and built by the Foundation over a 25-year period using technology derived from research into SCP, and SCP. While the technical capabilities and design specifications of SCP-2003 are well documented and reproducible.
There was 3 of them, y'all. So they definitely holding out on us. So man, look here. Automatically with that, that's 3 redacted SCPs in 1 report. 3 in 1. So that's the 4. And yeah. Right, okay. So yeah, so that's the 4. That's the 4, man. So you know what I mean? I'm just like, there's so much out here that they know about that they're not putting out at all. And I feel like the ones that they redact like this are I would just say, let's say it like this. Hypothetically, these would be the more real ones. Like, if they explained it to us, we would definitely be like, man, that's going on right now. See what I'm saying? So they gotta tell you, universal law, they gotta tell you. This is the way of them telling you, but they're not telling you. Because it's like, all right, we got some redacted SCPs out here. We can't really disclose that information. But it has something to do with this. A robot dog with 3 other SCPs that you can't tell us about. Like, what? Okay, let's see if there's...
If necessary, the scientific and anomalous principles behind its functionality are not understood at this time. Upon activation, SCP-2003 is capable of transporting a living entity contained within its central chamber to a point coterminous with its present location in physical space, but located in a future time period. The amount of time into the future traveled by the subject is related to the amount of energy input into SCP-2003. An approximate estimate of 3,500 kilowatt-hours in order to send a subject 7 months into the future has been documented. However, this relationship becomes unpredictable at higher energy levels. Subjects using SCP-2003 will exist in the time period to which they have traveled for a duration ranging between 15 and 38 weeks before spontaneously returning to the time period of origination at a point coterminous with their present location. For safety purposes, a secure location has been established for operatives to use while waiting for return to their time of origin. Operatives must report subsequent to experiencing 98 days after SCP-2003 activation. While SCP-2003 enables chronological travel for living subjects, the activation process has proven severely damaging to most types of animal and plant tissue. The only exception documented to date has been tissue related to the animal nervous system. As a result, personnel designated for SCP-2003 travel must be prepared accordingly. See additional documentation for details. Testing has shown that under current conditions, SCP-2003 remains functional and under Foundation control through December of 2348. Addendum 2003-A. General results of SCP-2003 research. Initial deployment of SCP-2003 began in 1995, using modified personnel to observe future conditions and events. The purpose of these deployments was to confirm the nature of travel using SCP-2003.
Hey y'all, I got a question. So they just said that started in 95, right? So they're going in and out of time, forward, backwards, wherever they're going, right? Dealing with time. My question is, when did the actual Mandela effect start? I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to really put anything together here. I am, but I'm not just like saying that this is what that is. But I'm just kind of like, when did that start? Because we got them deploying, this thing began, like the initial deployment of this thing began in 95. So that's 5 years before the 2000s, right? Of course. And then now we're 25 years past that. And all these Mandela effects just continuously popping up. Things are changing left and right. Damn near, I think something changes every day. You know what I'm saying? From what I've looked at, right? But I'm just asking, you know what I'm saying? If anybody is aware of that, drop that in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? I would love to know. I mean, I may even just do the research myself just to see when the very first, or if I can track down like the moment where the most people were talking about the Mandela effect, like, you know what I'm saying, the Bernstein Bears or the whatever the hell bears. I remember Bernstein, you know what I'm saying, not whatever the hell they calling it, or Stain or something like that they're saying that it is. I remember Bernstein clearly. But yeah, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying?
And if possible, collect data allowing the Foundation to better mitigate future anomalous phenomena. The results of these initial exploratory missions demonstrated several crucial principles for understanding observation of future events. Data collected using SCP-2003 is imprecise. Early exploratory missions yielded copious amounts of data regarding what appeared to be future events. However, subsequent observation has established that these observations are not entirely predictive. For instance, while collected data allowed Foundation assets to prevent a major security breach of SCP at Site 19 in 1997, a catastrophic earthquake originating off the coast of the western United States, observed directly by several field agents using SCP-2003, failed to occur as predicted in 1999. As more data has been collected, meta-analysis has properly contextualized observations and has assigned a probability of occurrence for major events in the future. Certain individuals appear to affect causality disproportionately, as Foundation cataloging of possible future events increased following the completion of more exploratory missions. Certain events were deemed to be undesirable for the Foundation's mission. Early attempts to influence these events met with mixed success. While manipulation and/or elimination of some individuals achieved mission goals, other Foundation attempts to influence events failed to alter outcomes at all, even when several actors deemed to be essential were liquidated. Meta-analysis has determined that in some cases, the actions, or indeed the very existence of individuals with no discernible relation to major events, sometimes in regions thousands of kilometers away, have profound and immediate impacts on these events. Since this discovery, research staff has maintained a database of these individuals. Few cohesive futures are tolerable to the continued beneficial existence of humanity. While observed conditions exhibit a tendency towards variation upon each exploratory mission, a number of loosely consistent timelines have been observed and cataloged in Foundation databases as determinative sets. Most determinative sets consist of a collective future that either renders Earth unsuitable for human civilization, and in some cases life in total, or results in conditions directly inimical to the well-being of most of humanity. The reasons for the relative paucity of long-term survival scenarios, if they exist, are unknown at this time, as is any connection to the steadily increasing observation of anomalous phenomena documented across the Foundation.
I'm just gonna say this about this right here. That thing slapped on this thing, and I'm pretty sure by now we've all seen this thing, right? Could this right here be the actual manufacturers of the so-called police dogs that's going to be patrolling at some point? Just a question. I'm not speculating anything. I am just simply asking a question. Academates, if you will, your dissertation below, please. If you're new, drop it below. It's an opinion. We're all opinionating right this moment. I'm just asking a question.
Addendum 2003 B. Preparation of personnel for use. Due to the nature of SCP-2003's effects on human anatomy, special preparations must be made in order to properly outfit personnel for chronological travel in a condition suitable for both survival and ability to carry out mission objectives. Because of the sensitive nature of tasks necessary during SCP-2003 missions, D-Class have been deemed unsuitable subjects. Preference for SCP-2003.
Hey, that's a first. D-Class, that's a first. But, you know why, right? They are not going to trust your prisoner ass to go to the future with that dog. You liable not to come back. Listen. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm just saying, if I was D-Class and you put me in that, boy, you getting data. But it ain't coming from me. I'm not coming back. Like, you got to come get me, folks. Like, for real. After seeing the things like the Plague Doctor and stuff like the Flesh That Hates, and boy, stop it. I'm not coming back. Don't put me in that machine. You better send the Zeta boys, you know what I'm saying, Bad Bunch or something to come get me, because hey.
3 subject recruitment is to be given to personnel nearing or past official retirement age. In cases where personnel have been diagnosed with terminal illness that does not impair neurological or cerebrospinal function, preference may also be granted. Personnel volunteering for SCP-2003 travel are to be moved to the Tier 6 pay scale for the duration of their assignment. Any survivors are entitled to an elevated benefits package distributed through normal clandestine channels. Prior to outfitting, selected personnel are to undergo extended sensory deprivation training, concurrent with training in simulated environments analogous to those experienced by occupants of the XX-890V Life Function and Observation System, or LFO for short. During this period, personnel must undergo a prophylactic course of antidepressants and antipsychotics as overseen by medical staff. Upon completion of training regimens, personnel are to have all brain tissue, nerves, and associated nervous system structures surgically removed and transplanted into the XX-890V LFO system. All usable organs are to be harvested afterward per medical protocols. Current guidelines authorize the XX-890V LFO system and occupant for 4 uses of SCP-2003. When not engaged on missions, personnel are to be kept in an induced coma state, concurrent with research establishing 18 months as the median time period before communications and feedback from XX-890V LFO occupants become agitated and incomprehensible. The nature of the XX-890V LFO system is to remain classified and accessible to only senior personnel. Addendum 2003 C. Overview of XN Shepherd Program.
Memorandum. To Armed Site 47 Director from 057 regarding determinative set XN. Up to this point, all attempts at future intervention using SCP-2003 have been limited in scope and scattershot in nature. I have seen the wisdom in this approach. It is informed by painstaking contingency planning and risk-benefit evaluation. The last 18 months of reports, however, have promised, if we are bold enough to seize the initiative, we may have found a way out here. The price, though, there's always a price, as you well know. Consider this a note of an official change in policy. As of today, all efforts at intervention are now aimed at bringing about and preserving XN. Designated magnifier individuals associated with XN are to be protected from undue interference at the expense of all other priorities. In particular, Nuru Diagni must be allowed to die in the manner most observations have predicted for her. If anything at all changes in that regard, make it happen. I trust you're familiar enough with the rest of the determinative sets to understand why we are going this way. One more thing. All communications, and I mean all, with anyone outside of Site 47 are to be cleared and routed through my office.
Addendum 2003 D.
Now see, that's control. Are they conscious transferring? That's what it sounds like, right? Is that what he said? Okay. See? We got dang I don't know, but see, that was a different method, wasn't it?
Listing of known determinative sets. Preferred option.
I mean, what they taking your organs for, bro? And why they keeping you in why you in a coma? Like, what's going on? See what I'm saying? Like, what? Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Designation XN. Description. Currently documented reality. Society continues along established foundation projections regarding economic trends, environmental factors, and social upheaval.
So are they putting you in a
Anomalous
dog?
activity continues to manifest mostly consistent with present rates. Consensus reality maintained successfully until 83345 more. A previously untracked asteroid 22 kilometers in diameter collides with Earth in January of 2349, killing most of humanity immediately and rendering the planet unsuitable for sustained human existence.
Well, damn.
Notes. See Addendum 2003 C. Other documented determinative sets. Designation XB. Description. Development of society continues in manner similar to XN until April 23, 2017, when a gamma-ray burst originating from the vicinity of HD 188753 directly strikes Earth. The burst lasts for 2 minutes and 38 seconds and kills all known forms of life.
Well, damn.
Notes. Researchers directly observing this scenario at the time.
obviously it's outside the atmosphere. So what is this? Gamma ray burst originated. Okay, so is this the sun? Why don't y'all just say the sun, bro? It sounds like the sun. Come on, man. Gamma radiation. Yeah, it sounds like the sun, man. Why aren't y'all playing?
Time of the gamma ray burst was the only known living being to survive the event, and was able to continue collecting data until his return 52 days later. Study of use of XX890V LFO system for high radiation environments pending. Designation XE. Description: the election of Sir William Entwistle as Prime Minister of New Zealand in 2049, combined with the birth of an unnamed infant boy in the Ahol province, Turkmenistan on the same day, lead to an escalating chain of events culminating in a society-destroying nuclear exchange between the nations of Israel and Greater Indonesia in 2058. All Foundation attempts to interfere with either individual merely result in the date of the nuclear exchange occurring sooner.
Okay. Let's do the math, y'all. Because what did I just say? Alright, so we got... Okay, so 20, that's 58. That's 1, 5. So that's 15. Okay. Alright, so from what I've heard, that all everything that's supposed to be, or anything that's supposed to be leaving the planet, or whatever's supposed to be going on, it'll be done by such year as 2043, right? Now, that's just saying that. So I'm just giving us a timeline, right? Now, what did I say about Iron Mountain? There can be no peace. Every 10, 15, 17 years, there has to be a war. Now, if you count from 2043 to 2058, how many years is that? 15, right? And what they just say? A war between Israel and Greater Indonesia popped off. Do I need to say anything else about it?
Notes: in all permutations of this set, widespread public knowledge of the Foundation occurs precisely 86 days before the detonation of nuclear weapons.
Look, bro.
Designation XH. Description: between the years of 2023 and 2034, world governments approach global affairs at a radically increased level of cooperation, due to the onset of a highly virulent influenza epidemic that kills approximately 1.4 billion worldwide.
But that didn't work though, right? Influenza, come on now, that's your whole the vid, right? Because I mean, if y'all really knew, cows already had that. Cows already had it. They been dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? And that influenza, that's a form of it. So, duped.
Throughout the 2040s and 2050s, many long-standing ethnic conflicts are resolved through the intervention of multilateral organizations. Endemic poverty and hunger in areas such as sub-Saharan Africa and the Indian subcontinent are substantially decreased, and large-scale projects mitigating sea level rise are completed throughout coastal regions. On July 29, 2059, the entire population of Earth spontaneously vanishes, along with all known animal life, with no observed return within observational range.
That sounds like increased vibration. Everybody got their vibration right, and you got the fuck up out of here. I mean, I'm sorry, I ain't mean to say it that way, but you know, some people actually feel that way. You know, hey, got up out of that boy, right? So I mean, I'm just saying, or it could be a bad thing. Yeah, vibration could get to the point where they just Thanos your ass up out of here. You know what I mean? Y'all boys just bad. Y'all, and you ain't gonna get right. Get up, bye. He probably snapped their finger about 4 or 5 times. Get your ass out of here. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Designation XJ. Description: an entity later confirmed to be an exact duplicate of Dr. Masako Koizumi one of the original researchers responsible for SCP prior to its containment, appears within an inner security perimeter at Armed Site 47 on April 1st, 2011. The entity requests that Dr. Koizumi's scheduled euthanization elsewhere within the facility be cancelled immediately. As SCP was not functional at the time of established containment, the means by which the entity is able to make this request are unknown and presumed to occur in the future. However, due to the establishment of K-Failsafe Protocol 12, the request is impossible for Foundation personnel to comply with, resulting in an Alpha 8 type temporal paradox. This series of events repeats for an uncountable number of instances, resulting in the eventual collapse of space-time as understood by humanity. Notes: this scenario was ultimately averted by staff sedating the duplicate of Dr. Koizumi, placing it into an XX-890V LFO platform and transporting it in SCP-2003 using all available energy. Temporal complications from this action are unknown, but presumably do not materialize prior to 2349. Designation: XO. Description: anomalous phenomena began increasing in frequency by orders of magnitude beginning in 2037. The Foundation comprehensively loses capabilities to protect consensus reality by 2039, and world civilization undergoes a period of chaos and upheaval. Millions die in spontaneous riots, and mass suicides become commonplace throughout the world. Numerous messianic religious movements quickly form and contribute greatly to civil conflict and internecine warfare. By the mid-2040s...
Did you hear that? Religions came together and formed...
Several sects and remnants of national governments successfully weaponize various anomalous phenomena, and humanity is wiped out by 2048, with the exception of a small group of survivors sheltering in the remnants of Site-104. All contact with this group is lost upon their discovery of Wing K in Site-104. Notes: due to the open nature of anomalous phenomena in this scenario, data collected is the most comprehensive of any determinative set, as Agent is able to work openly and unimpeded. Designation: XR. Description: the population of Homo ignotus, long estimated by Foundation operatives to be approximately 500 individuals, increases overnight to approximately 8 million individuals in 2015. A short, violent struggle ensues between the combined forces of the Foundation and H. ignotus, with all means of resistance to the newly ascendant H. ignotus population systematically destroyed within 3 days. Humanity is then... Researchers currently have divergent theories as to whether this determinative set is predictive of the intentions of the known H. ignotus population, with current theories of and being supported the most. Notes: data expunged. Designation: XS. Description: determinative set XS proceeds in a manner similar to XN until an indeterminate date in 2019, when Armed Site 47 and all knowledge of SCP-2003 is apparently lost to the Foundation. Researcher is detained by the XS version of the Foundation during an observational mission in 2022 and held as an SCP-classified phenomenon until her return. Researcher is detained by XS Foundation personnel at point of entry upon commencement of her next observational mission, and returns with no retrievable data and portions of her brain tissue removed.
What?
No further information on determinative set XS is available. Notes: Level 4 security access only. Designation: XU. Description: on February 17, 2026, contrary to all astronomical models and understanding of both classical and quantum mechanics, the Sun suddenly collapses into a black hole despite not meeting commonly understood mass thresholds for triggering such an event. Despite the almost immediate cooling of Earth and all other planets in the solar system to approximately -270 degrees Celsius and the elimination of all other forms of life, humans are unable to die, maintaining consciousness despite the lack of continuing biological functions and almost total cessation of molecular movement. Notes: This determinative set is a subset of previously designated set XT. XT was a future in which a single totalitarian regime had assumed control over the planet and targeted various subversive organizations for elimination, focusing on Foundation personnel in particular. Foundation researchers attempted to avert this scenario by sending 3 identified individuals from South Korea into orbit on the International Space Station. XU resulted. Designation: XW.
And you wonder why they target you.
Description: beings strongly resembling human-sized animate versions of SCP manifest in most major population centers on August 13th, 2019. Rather than causing alarm, these beings quickly become accepted by humanity after offering major advances in medical science, energy production, crop cultivation, and the arts. By the close of 2022, thousands of people willingly join an experimental program to combine the consciousness of multitudes of humans into a singular entity. In 2024, a fully mature human believed to possess a mind composed of the transferred consciousness of approximately 134,000 people is created by these beings.
What?
This human is then
What? So yeah, conscious transfer. So we got, oh my goodness, man. Hey, what was that? Think pool? This is, hold on, y'all, it's gonna come to me. Ghost in the Shell. In a sense, right? In a sense. They didn't come together to like create this one person to super guy or being or whatever, but it's all these consciousness get into the think pool and they all come together and they make a decision, and then you just have to see it, right? But I think it's Ghost in the Shell 2045. Yeah, y'all check that out. Ghost in the Shell 2045. Check that out. Y'all see what I mean? Like I said, it's not pinpoint, but you would get the idea of what he just said.
Confined to a cell, left with only automatically dispensed supplies of food and water, and sealed off from all outside contact. All other humans are systematically exterminated by the end of 2024. Notes: the last 2 personnel sent to observe determinative set XW, agent and researchers, failed to return to time of origin, and are listed missing in action at this time. Designation: XX. Description: an undiscovered protist unidentified in the observed timeline, designated Nephroisospora iranae by Foundation researchers, undergoes a geometric increase in population due to what is presumed to be a recently developed adaptation allowing it to survive in almost all aqueous environments. And iranae proves adept at moving into and surviving in human nervous tissue, initiating a disorder similar to toxoplasmosis that causes humans to develop a monomaniacal fondness for Phaneutria nigriventer, Brazilian wandering spider. By 2028, almost 85% of the human population has been infected, and most of society's resources are reordered towards the preservation and breeding of P. nigriventer. Unaffected individuals are detained and, in most cases, interred in P. nigriventer breeding facilities in an attempt to provide additional food sources for the specimens.
And I'm willing to bet that somebody produced this, just like every damn thing else, right? It was created and set out on the world. I'm willing to bet that. You know what I mean? I mean, how many people? Approximately 6 billion persons. Damn near everybody got infected, bro. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this was man-made.
Due to the singular worldwide focus on production and maintenance of spider populations, crop failures and infrastructure degradation becomes systemic, and global famine results in the death of approximately 6 billion persons in the 2030s.
Oh, okay, so that's a famine. So my bad. So hold on. So let me run this back so I can get the number right. My bad, folks. Where it said it. Okay, anyway, 85% of the population. You know what I mean? Okay, there it is. You know what I'm saying? That's still a lot of people, bro. I mean, 6 billion died from famine. Come on, cuz. In the 2030s. So these are different timelines that they're looking at. So obviously,
towards the preservation and breeding of P. nigriventer. Unaffected individuals are detained and, in most cases, interred in P. nigriventer breeding facilities in an attempt to provide additional food sources for the specimens. Due to the singular worldwide focus on production and maintenance of spider populations, crop failures and infrastructure degradation becomes systemic, and global famine results in the death of approximately 6 billion persons in the 2030s. Notes: research is ongoing into possible anomalous causes behind the increased prevalence of the N. irani
hold on, but how many we got now? 5? Well, 8. 8 billion? So we got 8 billion. 6 of them gone. Okay, yes, sir. Now, you know, with 8 billion and you got 6 of them gone, that leaves you with 4. You can control that. I mean 2, my bad. You can control 2. You can press on that easy. You can press on that easy and control that easy. So yeah, I believe it's man-made. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with man-made. What y'all think?
Nature of its function as a pathogen. Designation XZ. Description: Earth has been completely depopulated. Large facilities have been constructed in the center of all sites of former major cities capable of enabling instantaneous travel over an immense distance to a point determined by post-observation analysis to be somewhere in the vicinity of the Hydra supercluster. Subsequent observers were authorized to enter these facilities and were apparently transported to an Earth-analogous biome planet with a functioning human civilization. In each case, observers transported to this location were immediately detected by residents of this planet. While residents choose to forego any communication with observers, each observer was subsequently escorted through the selected locations of the society encountered on this planet, encompassing large public works projects, monuments, museums, and other culturally significant locations. The human civilization encountered in the Hydra supercluster is apparently advanced by modern standards, and lacking in many of the most commonly identified factors negatively affecting extant societies. This civilization has persisted past the range of observation thus far, indicating ongoing survival. Notes: further investigation authorized under XN Shepard. Reevaluation of preferred option pending. This concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you're all dismissed.
Peace.
Goodbye.
Peace. Alright, so, Academates, that's the vigil. Look. Okay. Let's run these numbers. Let's run these numbers real quick, right? So, masculine and energy, the number 5. We're finna jump right over to these negatives, right? Because obviously, out of all these timelines, nobody made it. Nothing made it through the timeline at all, right? Nothing. So then we got excessive. We got irritable. We're talking, so let me do this first. Let me jump over here to the tidbits. We got centers of any general public activity. We got places of commerce. We got playgrounds, public schools, high places, over high places. That's basically who did it, right? So anywhere in the tidbits, you had famine, you had all these diseases, you had all these things going on, right? So that's the tidbits. But it brings it over here where the people that are doing this, I very much feel, you know what I'm saying, you lack fucking direction. Like when you could really do the greater good, obviously you've signed up with the wrong batch of people or wrong batch of beings, and of course you got to do the most heinous things, or you just can't stop doing what you're doing. You choose. You know what I'm saying? We know about both sides. You're callous, very callous, the way that you do people. 6 billion die from famine. 85% are infected by some freaking spider. That's the same thing y'all try to do with a bat. It's no different, right? So, well, I mean, and that's just what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't even really take your word for it, right? You done lied about so much. So, I mean, that's just what you say, trying to control the narrative, right? Very callous. Lack discipline. Inconsistent. You lie too much. You're consistent with your lies, you know what I'm saying? You're very much inconsistent with the way that you cover these things, and that's how you know what I'm saying? You fucked around and got caught. Abusive, very much so. Look what you're doing to the people. Look, famine. Look, I mean, all that. Every time you turn around, somebody was dying, bombing each other with nukes, you know what I'm saying? Israel and the greater Indonesia got in, they went to shooting them off, you feel me? Like, no timeline ended well. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, cuz, like, you just, and then we went through the numbers, right? Where, like I said, on Iron Mount, what they said, the conclusion that they come to was we gotta set it off. So then we'll jump over here to the occupations, right? We got the crisis teams. You already know what that's about. Good on emergency, but ain't nobody in good shape. You feel me? And it doesn't matter what occupation you have, with you being, if you fell in the 85%, you didn't make it in that timeline. You feel? And the rest of the people, I'm pretty sure they got, you know what I'm saying, more of that brain shackle put on. You feel? So yeah, again, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do the numerology over here, y'all. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So we got the number 5, and 5 was lit. And you know what I'm saying, depending on your perspective, that's how you know what I'm saying, you work your mind to see things that's not really being portrayed. We got a lot of redacted going on, you know what I'm saying? They ain't telling them, of course. They don't know none, but this was more so with the SCPs. They ain't really want to give up no SCPs. So obviously there's other things that's going on, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we know there's more things going on, but there's a lot more going on with SCPs that we're probably not even aware of. And like I said, I'm willing to bet any of those are actually like I would say more so of the real deal that we're actually dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be an anomaly as like some type of cryptid or something. I mean, it could be. I mean, trust me, y'all. We've seen so many different SCPs, from computers that jump on your body and take pictures of. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Until you're stuck to the wall. The what was them, the whatever the marks are called, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we done seen so many toasters and coffee makers, and you know what I mean, so many different type of SCPs are out here, and so many different things that work with atmospheric pressures and frequency. Things that you can't see beyond your spectrum, beyond our spectrum, you know what I'm saying? And these are the things that we're trying to get a grip on, and that's knowing yourself a little better, and especially more than anybody else. Because if you ain't using your mind, trust me, somebody else is gonna use it for you. It's programs for a reason. You know what I mean? And we're here to just, you know what I'm saying, keep kind of reminding everyone to stay on your guard, man. Stay on your grizzly for real, and work on detaching from some of this stuff. Because if you hadn't noticed it. Most things it's gotta go, y'all. It's gotta go. If everybody's not, you know what I'm saying, being able to benefit and being able to raise up and be at peace without the use of what they got going on, because they don't want it and they're not gonna give it to you. They want that thumb on your neck, that foot, all the way down. Stay down. Don't you say it. If you say anything, you're going to say, 3 may I have another? And you're going to keep turning your cheek, and you're going to keep shedding your face, regardless of what I do to you. That's what they want for you. That's what they want for you. It don't matter what status you are under. If you're not them, you will never be royal. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you ain't them, they don't give a fuck about you. Okay? So you just keep that in your mind. You know what I mean? Everybody got some cleaning up to do. We all got cleaning up to do. But first we gotta get on these babies, you know what I mean? So y'all keep yourselves spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. We got work to do, y'all, and it's not putting our trust in people like this. I mean, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I don't see what good they're doing, and they're conscious transferring. Like, and then what are they showing us the dog for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? And he look like a monkey by the face. For real, like a monkey dog. I mean, then. Listen, all right, y'all. All right, y'all be good out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay in the green. Continue to, you know what I'm saying, vibe high, as high as you can. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Self-awareness. Like, do your due diligence, your research, you know what I'm saying? All the good stuff, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Come up with your own conclusion, you know? You do not have to believe anything, you know what I'm saying? But if you see it, don't play with yourself. If you see it, you see it. And it is what it is. But, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, everybody's going to have to wake up to it. Like, come together, if that's possible, yeah, I guess, if it's possible. If not, everybody, regardless, needs to wake up to it. That's just where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I just figure everybody needs to wake up to the truth. That's what we need more so than anything, and we'll deal with the rest of it later. You know what I'm saying? The coming together, the unity, the whatever. We will deal with that after everybody knows everything about themselves and about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, because all this, we are the same. Genetics don't say it. Skill don't say it. A lot of things don't say it, and you know what I mean? It's that's across the board, and that's not a shot to anybody. That's just what everybody fucking knows, and people just try to dodge over it. But the sun is about to show us what the business is, and people's already been feeling it. If you ain't been paying attention to the news and all the things that's been going on around the world besides that spaceship, you know, you best to be paying attention to what's going on Earth, because you're actually on the planet. That Atlas ain't here yet. You're here right now. You know what I'm saying? Sinkholes, floods, phenomenal, unfathomable type weathers and stuff is going on right now, currently, everywhere around the world. Even the stuff that you don't know about. Some things do not get aired. Don't just because you're not hearing about it, don't mean it ain't popping, boy. It's popping out here right now. On all scales, it is popping. It's propaganda city right now. Trust me, it is propaganda city right now. Everywhere you at, don't matter, propaganda earth. You know what I mean? It's propaganda earth right now. You don't know what you can trust, so your due diligence and your discernment is definitely a valuable weapon in the years to come. Seriously, in the years to come, you're gonna need that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna have these devices. A lot of this stuff is you feel me? So it's gonna be you. So I suggest you start working on you now. I am myself. You know what I mean? I want to say ain't nobody perfect, but you know what I'm saying? We strive to be. I strive to be. And I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, gain my perfection in everything that I'm trying to get myself into. But I'm also learning, you know what I'm saying, to be able to detach from certain things, because you can get caught up, and that's wasting of the time that you actually have when it doesn't really matter outside of this spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like, time does not exist in other places. It exists here because of, I guess, we believe in it. You see what I'm saying? Magic. It's a magic round. Peace.